Accessing multiple frequencies of consciousness. Every emotional state we are in is a frequency of consciousness. Reality is created by consciousness. Therefore, our whole experience of reality is different in one state of emotional frequency compared with another. What we perceive and what is true in one emotional state of consciousness can be the opposite in another state. Trouble happens when we engage only in one state of consciousness while ignoring the other states. Each of our emotional states contain an aspect of the whole truth of our being. We are multi-dimensional beings with access to multiple frequencies of consciousness at once. What limits us is when we choose to experience only a particular emotion out of a particular situation while separating ourselves from other emotions. When a situation causes us to feel angry, we either choose only to feel the anger and forget the love that we have behind it, or we choose to think about the love and let the anger dissipate over time without engaging its purpose for being there. Both are mistakes. We can consider emotions that bring us pain as negative and emotions that bring us pleasure as positive. But when looking at it from a deeper level, all emotions are not positive or negative, but are simply different frequencies of energy and motion. Every emotion serves a purpose of bringing you understanding and moving you towards action. When you engage certain emotions while ignoring others, the understanding you gain is incomplete and the action you take is not holistic. Full feeling is full understanding. Always remember that wherever you are is perfect. You don't have to feel that you need to be someplace better in order to get to where you want to be. You are in the perfect space to get there from here. Nothing in your environment has to change in order for you to be deliberately connecting to the stream of well-being. You can be facing bankruptcy, you can be in the middle of a divorce, or you can be in jail. But you are still in the perfect place to begin, and it does not require a great deal of time. It only requires a simple understanding of universal laws and a determination to move toward a state of allowing. When you drive your car from one place to another, you have an awareness of your starting place, as well as an awareness of where you are going. You accept that in time you will arrive at your destination. You may feel anxious to get there and maybe even tired of the journey, but you do not get discouraged to the point that you turn around and go back, or drive back and forth until you quit driving. The biggest reason why we have bad experiences and failure in any area of life is doubt. We doubt when we worry and fear. That is what caused all the failures in our work, marketing, business, relationships, health, and everything else. Do you know why? Because we become what we think about most. All actions are effects, and the only cause is thought. Worrying is using your imagination and emotions to create something you do not want. Worry and fear is unbelief. Our beliefs create reality. Unbelief is actual belief in the opposite of what we desire to create. When conflicting beliefs exist, we sabotage our reality creation. That is why we fail to manifest what we want. Through the process of manifesting your desires, you may encounter situations where you still haven't got what you wanted at a time you expected to get it, and you start to question and doubt that what you're doing works. When you think, why isn't this working yet? Or why hasn't it happened yet? You are moving away from your desires. When you have negative feelings of fear, worry, or doubt, all you have to do is stop in the moment and change your focus into what you want. You must do it in that moment and not later. Focus on what you desire only. Do not focus on your fear of not getting it. If you believe that something won't work or doubt it, then you will push the things you want away from you. Some people try visualizing and affirming what they want for a moment, but then they spend the rest of the time undoing their reality creation by worrying, doubting, and focusing not yet having what they want. Your belief that you can't have what you really want will be created in your life, as that thought energy goes to work to make sure you don't get what you want. Your consciousness creates your level of wealth and success in life. Increasing in wealth and success begins by increasing your level of consciousness about wealth and success in your life. That is the purpose of having dreams and big goals to achieve. When you see yourself becoming more successful and wealthier than you presently are, you draw yourself in that direction. But when you do arrive at your desired level of achievement, it is important that you maintain your consciousness at the higher level. Some of us make the mistake of dropping our consciousness back to our previous levels. Sometimes the reason why we seek to achieve bigger goals is just to see if we can do it. Then after we have actually made it, we feel that we have proven ourselves and can return to our previous level without feeling inadequate. Sometimes we even believe that what we achieved was too good to be true, and it will only last momentarily. All these kinds of thinking cause people to lose the level of success already reached. If you want to be a super achiever in life, you must not think like that. Don't let your level of wealth or success consciousness slip back down. Once it is at a higher level, keep it that way. Know the reason why you intend to create wealth and success. If it is just to have a momentary experience of being greater, then that is what you will experience. Realize that and seek to create ongoing wealth and success instead. When your dreams come true, don't let them slip away by thinking they are not lasting. The objects of our world are in reality cross sections of higher solids traversing our space. Think of a three-dimensional object such as a spear passing through a two-dimensional object such as a very thin piece of paper. The paper is three-dimensional, but imagine it to be within an infinitesimal thickness so that it's like two-dimensional. When the spear passes through the paper, the perception from imaginary inhabitants within the paper will see the sphere as a circle that expands in their space, and then the circle contracts until it disappears out of their space. Think of a three-dimensional world and the objects within it as having an infinitesimal thickness in the fourth dimension of reality. That is why our universe is said to be a hologram and everything in it is a hologram. Matter is an illusion but simply a projection from a higher dimension of reality which is mental in nature. We may also realize that our physical bodies are projections of our higher bodies. Our physical forms in third dimension are cross sections of our fourth dimensional selves. Some people think that transcendental means something beyond our perception and therefore out of our reach for us to grasp. In truth, everything which is to us transcendental exists nevertheless in space. It is therefore possible that by an intention of consciousness, we may be able first to apprehend, then to perceive as real, that which is now considered transcendental. The whole evolutionary process consists in the conquest, dimension by dimension, of successive space worlds. Remember that you move forward only by doing what you can in your present environment. No matter how much money, time, or resources you have, you can get to where you want to be by making full use of what you have now. Do not think you will magically attain what you think you need to have in order to operate at the level you wish at this moment. People who think that way never make full use of what they currently have as they wait for what they think they need to have just to fall down from heaven. Something only advances to the next level when it becomes too big for its current level. The way to get to where you want to be is through growth. Keep on finding ways to improve what you already have or make use of more things that are available around you. If there is something you can improve, improve it. If there is something you can use it. Do not think of anything as too small. Nothing in the path of growth is ever too small. Do things with an advancing mindset, and you will keep making progress. As we conclude this segment, always remember this. Great things always begin from the inside, and real change can only come from within. So don't waste your energy trying to change opinions.